Hey, everybody. Yes, this is my dining room table, as you can see here for Facebook Live, and I have my beautiful museum china cabinet. I don't think we get anything ever gets used out of that, but it's right behind me right now. I was been talking to recruits this week that want to join Life NY, and one of the people said to me, or it's actually been said a couple of times, if you're an overnight success, hands down. And I Googled that and I said, what is an overnight success? I think of entrepreneurs out there like Elon Musk, if you ever read his book, his biography, or you think of Steve Jobs, Billy Beane, the Oakland A's, Gary Vee, Bill Gates. Were they all overnight successes? So this article that I found in Forbes, and I'll put the link in the comments, it says here, most people have a strong desire to be successful. Many times, however, we do not know exactly what success means or how to pursue it. This introduces much of the confusion and frustration we experience in life. This is why, as a business mentor and a major part of my job, this is what the guy goes on about. And he starts off with an overnight success. In essence, overnight success does not exist. At the very least, it's statistically so rare that people have a better chance of succeeding by playing the lottery, which we know that's a big thing out there. Hey, Jose. In this regard, I share the following two lessons for my mentees. And it says here, what most people call overnight success is actually the market suddenly realizing the value of a great product or service that had been kept in, a scrutiny for too long while creators refused to give it up. Think of Amazon. Amazon started as a bookstore. If you ever watch the stories behind it, and now it's the powerhouse. It's the name that you hear out there, Walmart, all these products out there, Elon Musk, SpaceX, Tesla, which is, Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, think about where Apple was years ago as a computer company and where they are now. And I'm right now doing a Facebook Live on my MacBook Pro, which is an Apple product. And I have my iPhone and I have an iPad upstairs. So think about these products. He was in, I think it was 2001, when at the Apple, and he said 1,000 songs in my pocket. It was what was that? That was what? Wasn't an iPhone yet. What was it? It's an iPod. And the iPod came out. And it changed the music industry. It changed so much. But it wasn't just one guy, there's the people behind it. But you think about it. I have tons of CDs sitting in my basement right now, right? What do? You take those all and you put them, and you put them on your phone, you put them wherever, you put them on your computer. If you bought a car recently, there's not even a CD player in there anymore, right? Remember when you used to go out and buy singles, the cassettes? My kids don't even know what those are, but just think about that. What is an overnight success? And the other thing that people don't talk about is what these companies have done that have changed the industry. So let's just talk about Amazon, for example. Remember when you ordered something online or you ordered something, it was okay that it took weeks till it got to your house. Now, if something doesn't show up at your house within 1 or 2 days, you're upset, right? That's why Amazon has a drone flying around so that the product can get to your house faster. People want instant gratification. Just think about how they've raised the level. You think of Zappos, how they've raised the level of what people's expectations are. And it's amazing in the real estate industry that there's still certain things that are okay. Like, for example, photography from an iPhone. Not to say it doesn't take a good picture, but honestly, are you qualified with your iPhone to take a ton of pictures? Probably not. Probably bring a professional in. I've never seen a professional photographer, at least the ones that I've seen hired by companies, show up and say, hey, let me make a phone call and then I'll get away and I'll start taking pictures of your house. It doesn't happen. But I don't know why, as an industry, when people are paying us percentages, agents still think they can get away with taking pictures with an iPhone. I have a listing right now that is, it's over $1 million. And the agent literally took a picture from the deck, take a picture of the pool, because she didn't want a professional photographer to come in to retake the pictures of the outside, because when she first got it, it was the wintertime. So she can't bring someone to come in and pay them $100 or whatever to do exterior shots. But let's get back to the overnight success. It says here in this article in Forbes is there's a difference between overnight success and early success. People tend to mistake the success of young entrepreneurs for sudden success. If you're an adult with a spouse and children, a mortgage, and heavy Excel workbook, makes sense on all of that. May find counterintuitive. Maybe it's even unfair that someone even can become a millionaire at age 19, 21, or even 25. However, there's an unusual story of hard work, creativity, and genius, good work, good opportunities behind stories such as like Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook, right? Justin Bieber. And there's other people as well. But if you think about those two people, right? Mark, take Justin, take other people out there, or like, for example, the people that make millions of dollars playing video games. Yes, I'm kind of jealous. I liked video games, but never thought it would ever turn into anything. And you have these people that have make millions of dollars playing video games. And my kids watch them on YouTube. You think about that. Those opportunities came available because of people who created things like YouTube and Facebook, which is now allowing me to do this Facebook Live right now for you at the moment. That's all these tools, but these are not overnight successes. If you're not, and that, for me, it was, I did a lot of driving and getting in the car, and I started doing audiobooks, and I totally recommend it. Actually, my youngest son, who's 12, he's raised his reading level by following along with an audiobook. We found that worked really well. But I'll tell you, for adults as well, the only way that I could sit there and crack books open and get through all these business books is through audiobooks. So there's no such thing as an overnight success. Let's just really be reality. If you hear of these big deals that happen, there's always a backstory. If you ever watched the movie Moneyball or read the book, there's always a backstory of the Oakland A's, okay? Or Gary Vaynerchuk, where he started, or Bill Gates, or Steve Jobs. Like Steve Jobs says the best thing that ever happened to him was him getting fired. Challenged him, or Elon Musk, where almost everything was gone. And if you read his book, and it was funny, I don't watch the news that much, I'm just being honest, but SpaceX, didn't know much about it until I read Elon Musk's book and heard more about it, because it's not something that I do every day. I knew what Tesla was because I like cars. But if you think about it, or Solar City, right? The products he's made through Solar City, there's always the hard work that's behind it. So when you sit there and you envy somebody who looks like they're an overnight success, read their autobiographies, and you'll see that there was a lot of struggles, and there's very few people that have that overnight success. And there's other businesses out there that do have, as they could say, a 10-year overnight success, but they haven't evolved. And it's unfortunate. There's businesses out there that haven't evolved with the times or changed their ways of doing business. Like, for example, Toys R Us. Anybody who's watching right now, or who watches this over whenever they watch this, did you ever think that Toys R Us would be out of business? But what's amazing is that there's small little toy stores opening up in some of these little storefronts, specialty toy stores. So how do they survive versus that big box? Do they do things a little different? Did maybe Toys R Us forget the quality of service? I'm not sure. But you think about brands that are out there that don't exist today, that we grew up with. Caldors. What's that? I mean, Caldors became what? Kohl's, A&P, right? Think about these brands. What happened to them? They didn't evolve. They didn't change. They got stuck with, this is how it always worked. And you're seeing now companies, legacy companies, fall apart. So maybe they were overnight successes in their books, but today they're bankrupt. They're done. So everybody who's a real estate agent, we're all entrepreneurs. I want you to remind you that. And I've been now 14 years into it, and the industry is constantly changing, especially with technology as it continues to move forward. Don't get scared with technology. And like I tell everybody, master one thing at a time and move on. That's it. Master one piece of technology at a time and then move on. It's all you need to do. But remember, there's no overnight success. There's always a struggle behind that. Oh, look, I got a little thing. Oh, hey, Christine. Yeah, never thought Toys R Us will go out of business. There is no more customer service anymore, and a lot of people shop online. And it's amazing on how online today, you kind of just caught me there with the online, for example, like messengers, or let's say, for example, even customer service. If you ever need customer service, the fastest response is by using those little bots, right? Those little response things in the corner. Those people are more responsive than picking up the phone and saying you're going to be on hold for 45 minutes. No, customer service is a word that's used by a lot of companies that don't really believe in it. And then there's companies that have taken customer service to what is to new levels, that have taken it to the utmost. Like a Zappos could be a good example of that. Or there's other companies that are out there that kind of always do that kind of above and beyond. Give an example. We were with one web platform, and now we're with Boston Logic, our new web platform for lifeny.com. And the customer service and just the service in general has just been unbelievable compared to our prior vendor, where it's been about 2 weeks. We haven't even heard back from the CEO from the responses of what we had. And when we had issues about, I don't know, let's say, for example, the day after that thing went live, their responses were like non-existent. So companies like that today, they're in trouble. Forget the Better Business Bureau and all that kind of stuff. That's like, that's one thing in itself. But consumers today have the capability of having that voice. And I really don't understand how companies haven't woke up today and realized that the consumer has a louder voice than ever, and you better do right by them. So there's advantages, and yeah, there's some people that have axe to grind, and they kind of go that next step. But going back to my original topic, and I kind of went off on a tangent, I apologize. There's no such thing as an overnight success. As business owners, as real estate agents, entrepreneurs, or if you're an entrepreneur, we are lifetime learners. We're constantly growing. And even though maybe things sometimes worked, and they may have worked for you when from years ago, it's not to say that there's not new methods out there. And I know some of those methods are scary with technology, but honestly, there's some good stuff that's out there that could make you more efficient, help your business, give better customer service to your people. I mean, and we're not just talking about your clients, but your employees as well. So, test it. Make sure you bring an expert in that knows, and not a salesman, but an expert that's going to tell you what the value is going to be and how it's going to better your business. Because going back to it, there is no overnight success. And a lot of these overnight successes per se, if you read some of these books, those businesses are gone because they didn't keep doing what they believed in when they originally started the business. So just wanted to put this out there. Day 129 of my entrepreneurial journey. A lot of roller coasters. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And I hope you like this video. And definitely check out my market update. I do that every Tuesday. I launch that Tuesday or Wednesday on my personal page, Tuesday on our business page. Love to hear some feedback on that. If you don't want to watch the video, it's fine. It's also on Anchor. It's on Spotify under Level Up Strategy. So if you want to check that out as well. So please, I'd love your feedback on the information that I'm giving. If you don't like it, it's okay. You could post it below. I know one guy said on one of the comments one day was, who cares what you're doing? So that was nice enough. I guess he cared enough that he went and posted it down there. So hope everybody's well. Looking forward to moving in our space in White Plains soon. And you'll see us in the Life NY studio. Talk to you guys later. Have a great night, everybody.